they're doing is the same thing as that's happening just with regular young ladies on social media, is that they don't even think they can take a picture without turning around and taking pictures of their bodies.
Yeah,
because they feel like they're not going to get likes and hearts and see. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of an enslavement. What they call women empowerment is really just we've gone back.
And they're using that. See, these celebrities are using that term, women empowerment. They're using that movement, I guess you can say, to justify what they're doing up there. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. We're going to read a comment today. You two are critical of Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. Okay, I'm sorry. You two are critical of Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and all the other women rappers, but those women are very successful. Do they get any credit for that? Exclamation point. What was interesting about the comment was that on our last video, I always cut out a lot of footage because we had so much. That's why I had to split it up. I'm probably going to do a lot of those split up ones. But anyways, in that video, there is a clip. Kara did say in the video that she did give credit to Nicki Minaj and all of them. I wanted to make that the irony of this comment. Kara you did say in that video that
specifically, this is what happens though when you watch some of the video and then don't really watch it all. Well, I said I said Nicki Minaj. This was as a Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Meg Thee Stallion. Those are the three popular ones.
Which is why we talk about them.
And then right after that, I said that I have a certain amount of respect for them because these women pulled themselves out
of a situation,
of bad situations. They weren't raised in luxury or with a silver spoon in their mouth, and they made some of themselves. I have some respect for that. What I don't like is what they do with the message they send to young girls who look at them and then try to become them.
Yeah,
and don't understand what that kind of sexual energy that they're portraying. Those women are portraying. But then not only that, with 16 and 17 and 8-year-olds don't understand the power of that kind of energy. Walking around acting like that brings out something in you that you may not be ready to handle.
So the way that they flaunt and glorify the over-sexualization of women, it's kind of like it's a little despicable to me, because they know that their base is going to be very young women. So while, like Kara was saying, while on one hand, when it comes to those rappers, just the reason why we mention those three main ones, I mean Nicki, Megan, and Cardi, is because they're the popular ones now. We're not. It's all of it, to be honest with you, but the music industry in general. But we just mentioned them specifically because they're popular, everyone knows them, so it's easier to talk about. But I just think that I do feel like there's a social responsibility. I don't know why I feel like I don't understand why people don't get this part. Is that people always say, especially famous people, I'm not your kid's role model, right? They always say this, and I just feel like that is socially irresponsible to say, because you're wanting the kids' attention because that's what's going to make you money. They go to your concerts, they buy your albums, they get your signings and all this stuff happens, so you're profiting off of them. Right? You're profiting off of them, but you don't want to have any social responsibility when it comes to how you portray yourself and how they want to emulate you. You know what I mean? Like that's the part where I don't understand, but I don't like it when celebrities do that, when they're over sexualizing themselves and knowing that their base is young people. I don't agree with that.
Hip hop is not for people that are 45.
No.
Hip hop is for a young group of people, which means they are targeting teenagers.
Yeah, right.
So if you are a company that's targeting a teenager, and then your product is a bunch of women half naked, gyrating on each other, sexually explicit, talking about their vaginas and what they're going to do with it, and talking about like the WAP, what that even means. The actual, I'm not going to say what it means because I'm not going to talk like that. But what that word is, and in 24 hours, I think she had 6 million people who watched that on YouTube. When I was younger, we didn't have YouTube. So to say that you're not socially responsible for someone else's kids, and that kids are walking around with phones, and we're in a social media world right now.
Yeah.
You know, you can't hide this stuff anymore because kids can just look at it on the internet. When I was younger, we didn't have the internet like that. We didn't have little pocket computers walking around. She knows that when those women say that, what they're trying to do is get away with doing something they know is despicable.
I just don't like when people feel like their responsibility is limited to just their performance, and then that's just really they have that makes you very distant from your audience, right? I thought you want to be connected to your audience.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's not just they like double talk in their mouth. They're like, oh, you know, I want to all of these ladies. I really want to connect with my audience. Okay, right, yeah, the kids are connecting with you. Mm-hmm. They are definitely connecting with these women, but you don't want to have anyone when someone comes down on you for being so sexually explicit with no censorship whatsoever. It's like it's not. I don't think that that doesn't make it's not logical to me. It's not a logical thinking person to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not just it's Lil Nas X, it's the baby or whatever
It's
he
all
calls
of
himself. It's you see what I'm saying? Did you watch the BET Awards? I didn't, but I did see some clips, and I'm like, this is black entertainment doing this. When they know the stats of our crime records, our single mother records, they know those things.
Right.
And yet this is black entertainment. And
this is what we do.
And we got Cardi B, who's like looks like she's like 7-8 months pregnant, twerking with her husband on a stage with a bunch of other men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You understand? It's just like when you have millions of dollars like these ladies, you can fine. Maybe you think you can go out and frivolously sleep around. But most girls don't have millions of dollars to back up what could happen to them if they get pregnant.
Yeah.
You understand? Like that's what annoys me with those women. And it's not just them. Maxine Waters is a politician. A politician from the civil rights era talking about I like WAP. See, we do it to ourselves. It's not just like this imaginary like white people only pulling strings. Maxine Waters knows better. She's a woman in her 70s and she's walking around talking about she likes Cardi B and WAP. We got Joyanne Reid on MSNBC, and a woman that's older than me, I think, talking about, I like Nicki Minaj. I like her. You know, I like all the stuff that she does. I like her music. Really? You understand the social responsibility. It's not just those ladies. It's starting to become all women.
I just think adults in general, though, like
it's an agenda.
Even outside of entertainment, like I think that all people who are adults have a responsibility to the public, especially to younger people, to put out the right image and put out the right message. There's a wider reason why people why this is being allowed to put on regular TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a large, like a bigger agenda here. If you're okay with having a performance like Lil Nas X, right? We actually got sent that Lil Nas X performance, that video, and I got like 30 seconds in. I thought, okay, so I can see where this is obviously going. You know, like, and his base is kids, and he says that.
Now he's on the Breakfast Club saying "F your kids."
Yeah.
He went from I'm here as a role model for kids, which came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Then fast forward to a few days ago, F your kids. I'm not their role model. You see what I'm saying? It's a trick. It's a way of getting your kids' attention.
Yeah.
And then poisoning them with this narrative, because this is not adulting.
I just always
This is not how adults are supposed to act. You know what I mean? And then making people think that materialism and sexuality is all there is to being a grown-up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then these kids go out and emulate that. They go on TikTok and they go on Instagram and they see all this stuff and they do it. You know why? Because we as people, and I'm talking about my age, people 40, have now also been dumbed down to it.
Like I know people who are trying to emulate Beyonce and Cardi B and all that stuff. These are grown women. These are women who are business women, and they are getting sucked into the to the whole image of sexualized image. So that's supposed to be cool now. So it's sexy. It's women's empowerment. I just think that it's the opposite of women empowerment. I think doing this is really the opposite.
Yeah. It also is an enslavement because a lot of girls don't even think they can take a picture on Instagram if they're not showing parts of their body because it's not interesting. You understand? Nicki Minaj and they will never be able to be different.
Yeah.
Even if they grow up.
Yeah.
If they decide I just don't want to do this anymore, but I want to make music, they can never make music the right way anymore because their image is this. It's all built on that. You know what I mean? They can't really make different music. Little Nas X really can't go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they've now it's one shock value after another, and then it becomes the platform. You have to be shocking.
Yeah.
And so it's what they're doing is the same thing as that's happening just with regular young ladies on social media, is that they don't even think they can take a picture without turning around and taking pictures of their bodies.
Yeah,
because they feel like they're not going to get likes and hearts and see. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of an enslavement. What they call women empowerment is really just we've gone back.
And they're using that. See, these celebrities are using that term, women empowerment. They're using that movement, I guess you can say, to what's the word? Justify what they're doing up there. And I just, in my opinion, so even when we watched that movie a long time ago, or we heard about the Cuties, a long time ago, it's always been my opinion, the reason why everything's being over-sexualized is because they're trying to desensitize kids and put that wall down so they can have them see images and make it feel normal. I just think it's to desensitize them. You know what I mean? And so we just won't look. And now it is just another thing. I think that the reason why people put so much emphasis on like celebrities and, you know, they're making money and they've gotten themselves out of a bad situation. Now they're making millions and all. They're a success story, right? And I'm thinking, okay, I do know it's a financial success story. That's obviously. That's a financial success story. But there's other parts of success that don't equal, that's not all about money.
About monetary gain.
And it's like there's a part of success that you have to be, and if these women feel great about what they're doing, then I guess that's their business. But I just think that it's very, I guess as a woman, who I've spoke to a lot of women who don't necessarily want to do the things that they're doing, but do it because they know it's going to get attention. This is on a lower level. These are people on a higher platform. So I feel like, I don't even know I feel like if they can dial it back a bit, I bet they would.
Right.
But they're too far into the game now.
Yeah.
Now they're too far in, right? And I mean, all of these celebrity, like rappers or just any celebrity really, they're just too far in it. Everyone is trying to promote and push sex. You know what I mean? I know that sex sells, right? It's just that it's reached a level now where it's odd. You know, I was looking at this Sierra and Russell Wilson. So they're known widely because they're God-fearing and, you know, devout Christian people. They have pictures and videos of them in church praising the Lord and praying together and then I was flipping through my feed and I saw Sierra twerking on a chair. Okay, if I can find it, I'll put it up here. But I twerk on a chair, then Russell comes in and points at her butt, like, look what I got. You know, like, doing that. It's supposed to be funny. And I'm thinking, you're a mom. You know what I mean? I'm not saying moms can't be sexy. Of course they can't be.
But if she had done that with her husband without the camera on, then that would have been what they were doing in their bedroom. Yeah. But it's very telling.
It's weird.
When they had to flip the camera on.
Yeah.
And let everybody see. And see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's not the sexual act. It's not the sex. We all eventually are going to be sexual. It's the idea that those two who will talk all about God and all that had to turn on the camera for the world to see that. You know what I mean? That's something that should be done privately between them.
And so here we go glorifying yet another couple, celebrity couple, glorifying sexual behavior. Right? And so what that does for me is not, I just see it as, I know what they're doing, number one. For adult people, that can just be kind of like entertainment. That's funny. She's twerking. But to a child, which is who's watching them mostly, to a younger person, that translates to, I want to be that. I want to be her. I want to do what she's doing. I'm going to turn on the camera and do a TikTok real quick and do exactly what she's doing. That's just how it translates with younger people. And I just feel like you're not being responsible. You're contributing to the over-sexualization of young girls and guys. You are a contributor to it. And I feel like I like what the girl was saying on the or the comment. Doesn't she get any credit for being successful? Does she get credit for that? Why does everything have to be so money? Money, like, oh, success, money. She made it. She got. Why does it always have to go to there? Yes,
Right.
she can get credit for making money. Sure, she can get credit for making money, of course. But I just think that it's not. I don't know.
I mean,
It's
at
just,
least
it's kind of a
because like
frustrating
at least
topic.
strippers do it they do it in a building that's closed off.
Yeah.
You can't see strip clubs from the outside.
Yeah, it's blacked
they black
out,
out the windows. So look, I don't have a problem with that. You know
Yeah.
why? Because that's a grown up doing grown up things in the privacy of a type of thing. There are people who have like all kinds of sex parties. Fine, that's what you want to do. It's in private.
It's in private.
It's in a private thing. But when you have a platform that goes out to the nation,
Yeah.
and then we have to, you know what I mean? We have to. Our kids have to watch this because they will see it, even because you're not with your kids 24 hours a day.
No, they're going to see
Eventually,
it. Yeah.
they're going to run into WAP.
They are.
You know what I mean?
How do you
eventually? You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that you can't. It doesn't mean that you can't say, well, look, she, pulled herself out of the ghetto and became this.
Right.
But the only difference to me, and I know it's between that and drug dealing is illegal. This is legal.
Yeah. That's
It
really
still
the
both
difference.
hurts the community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? White people do it too. White people love this music too, but it just doesn't hurt their communities
Like it
as
does
bad as ours. Our demographic is so bad, and that you would think that with the numbers we have in our community when it comes to drug dealing, and then all the things, school, we have a high number of dropouts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I mean, I think black men. I got to get the stats on that, but a lot of young black men they drop out of high school at alarming rates.
I think that there's first of all, there's no balance. So I
Right.
feel like there's other things that a lot of these celebrities, because the reason why I focus on celebrities is because they have a platform, and if they can say something and do something that's going to help the community, their platform's so large, the word will get out, and then that will be an influence on
Nicki
other
Minaj
people.
had 22 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think all those people are 45?
Yeah. She can.
You know what I mean?
She can. I just wish there was more of. This is a frustrating topic, only because it's like I don't understand how people cannot see that there's supposed to be some type of responsibility as an adult.
Yeah, and with those ladies, I expect them to defend their position because it's their work.
Yeah.
So they're not going to sit there and go,
understand
yeah, I'm a bad influence.
Yeah.
What frustrates me more isn't even really them as much as it's people like Michelle Obama
Right.
validating this, Maxine Waters, Joy-Ann Reid, all these
Oprah
people
Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey, all these people who are supposed to be, smarter,
Right.
decent, you know what I mean? They go and legitimize it, and then it makes it look okay. Because if Michelle Obama says it's that the way they're acting is fine, well, then I guess it's okay. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
You say it's
You know why though? Because they're successful.
Yeah.
They're successful, so successful, smart people are saying that it's fine that Beyonce is dry humping the stage.
It's okay.
That's perfectly fine that Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B up there with a humongous bed and simulating sex. It's softcore porn. That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It seems like it's just okay. You know why? Because Michelle Obama said it was okay. It's fine. It's fun. It's all fun. It's all fun until your child has seen that and then wants to emulate it too.
But it's not even like
know?
it's not even like this. Even people like Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson. It's like they're great for adults, really, but they're
demographic.
20 million subscribers are from young people. They're not from people that are
really
even
are, too.
30.
Yeah.
They're like 16 and 15 year
Yeah.
olds. And so the kind of content that those guys have is very adult.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're doing. We're just, like Danielle said, we're kind of desensitizing children to just not care about themselves sexually anymore. We don't care. We're just okay with it. You know what I mean? And so the reason why that WAP performance was so significant is because they never really showed anything like that on regular television.
No.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Something like that would have been censored to death, even in my generation, in the 90s. You know what I mean? But what they did on that stage just never happened.
No.
And so at that BET Awards, that last BET or awards show, all the performers were just out of order. I mean, like it was just a complete
sex. It was a sex
free-for-all
show.
of sex.
It was a complete sex show.
It was just debauchery at its like height. You know what I mean? And this is when I look at it, you look at the little corner, it says BET Entertainment. It's like, really?
What?
Black entertainment? You know what I mean? It's like, we don't care.
But we glorify
We glorify
a lot. We do this a lot. You know, and I know that you were saying, like, I know that it's their art, and they don't want to compromise their art if, you know, these are super hyper sexual women. Right now, one might even suggest that they are hypersexual due to the industry, telling them they need to also be hypersexual because that's the industry, right? You won't get anywhere if you don't do this certain thing, and they do these certain things, and the industry will be right. You're gonna get millions of dollars, millions of subscribers, millions of this, you know, and you'll get money. So you're gonna get rewarded for this. Unfortunately, the community that you're speaking to and that you're rapping to is not gonna see the biggest reward.
The Cardi B actually said when she first came out.
Yeah, I remember this.
She was saying that she felt like she said something. She was on Vlad, and she said, "I sometimes think I'm not doing the right thing because a lot of young girls look up to me." Then what happened was they paid her.
They paid her.
Same as Lil Nas X. I'm here for the kids. He's got a children's book.
Yeah.
With that Old Town Road, the cowboy, he's in front of kids, you know, at an elementary school singing that song. And he was all, I'm for the kids. I'm here for the kids. And then, you know, look, you fast forward to today, he's talking to the Breakfast Club, and he's like, F your kids.
Yeah.
Even Charlemagne the God was like, whoa. And then he had to backtrack a little bit and say, I'm not here for anybody. Like, yo, you're a careerist.
It's very toxic. Yeah. Like, I just think that it's very toxic.
I feel like there's money in the demise of black people. That's my point.
And it's like a rapid speed to make see how far. First of all, we just glob onto anything that's shiny, and pretty. You know, blingy. You know, anything that's vulgar. We just glob right onto that every single time. It's like it's an agenda.
It's an agenda. But I just think that there is a lot of money in ruining the black community, not just by white people, by black people.